Hi friends, today we are working on lesson 6-1, which is multiplication and division number stories. So go ahead and write that down in your notebook. Multiplication and division number stories. Okay, so I want you to just watch me as I work through this first one. It's real important that when we solve number stories or story problems, the first thing we do is we make sense of the problem, we underline the key information in there, and really question ourselves what the question's really truly asking us. We're also going to be using different charts and so here are just those steps then I want you to go ahead and write down to remind yourself as you work through. So we want to underline key information, understand the question, you want to draw a diagram or a picture, write a number model, and then finally solve your answer. Okay, it's real important though at the end that you ask yourself, does it make sense? Okay, so go ahead and pause right here and write down those different steps if you need a little bit more time. I'm going to go ahead and move on. I want you to just watch me as I go through this first one. So we have Yash has 8 boxes of mini stock cars. There are 10 stock cars in each box. How many stock cars does he have? Okay, so I see he's got 8 boxes. There are 10 stock cars in each box. And it's asking how many does he have. Okay, so I noticed that we're looking for a total number right here. So today throughout our work we're going to be concentrating on diagrams. I could draw 8 boxes and put 10 stock cars in each, and that would be a good way, but today I'm going to just draw a chart. Okay, so I've got boxes, I've got cars per box, and then cars in all. Okay, so when I look here, I've got 8 boxes, 10 cars in each box. How many cars are in all? Since I know that it says each box right here, that it's multiplication. So I've got 8 times 10, which is 80. So my number model is 8 times 10 equals my unknown, my cars in all. And so the number model with my answer is 8 times 10 equals 80 total cars. Okay, so how many stock cars does he have at all? 80 total cars. So on this next one, I want you to go ahead and draw that diagram along with me. Okay, so this time we've got, so I'm going to do this one. A class of 30 students wants to play basketball. How many teams can be made with exactly 5 students on each team? Okay, so I want you to go ahead and think about what is the important information I should underline. So the class of 30 students, it's important for us to know how many students are going to be on each team, right? So how many teams can be made? So we're looking for the number of teams right here. Each team is going to have exactly 5 students. So now I've underlined and really made sense of that problem. So I'm looking at total number of students. Let's go ahead and write that down. I'm writing this over here because my total, just like when we did how many cars in all. I was on the right side. So my box is going to look like this. I've got total number of students. I've got number of students per team, just like we had the cars per box. And then we are trying to figure out how many teams right there, just like we had how many boxes on this one here. So the number of teams. Okay, so go ahead and write that chart down. Pause right here if you need a little bit more time. So I have a class of 30 students. That's my total number of students. I see that I know my bigger number. It's asking for how many teams. So this is my unknown right here. And I've got exactly 5 students on each team. So as I think about my number model right here, I'm going backwards. So when we had the number, if we knew the number of teams, we could multiply that by 5 to get 30. I know that inverse of that would be 30 divided by 5 will get me my number of teams. Okay, well, since I know that 5 times 6 is equal to 30, then 30 divided by 5 is equal to 6. So this is my unknown. And so there's my number model with my known. So I've got 6 teams. Does that make sense? Can I make 6 teams of 5 with 30 students? Yeah, I can. That's a reasonable answer. So 6 teams total. So go ahead and pause right here and jot that down if you need a little bit more time. And I'm going to ask for you to show me and follow along with one more. Okay, so this last one here, we've got a class of 30 students, same class, that wants to play a game with exactly 7 students on each team. How many teams can they make? Will everyone get to play? So as I read through again, I want you to ask yourself what's the important information that I should be underlining. That's right, we've got 30 students in this time. There's 7 students on each team. And I'm again wondering how many teams there are, and will everyone get to play? Okay. Sometimes we might have a remainder, some leftover, which I think might be the case on this one. So we've got again the number of teams, the number of students per team, and we know our total number of students. So we got 30 students, 7 students per team. So just like we did before, here's our unknown. So we've got 30 divided by 7 is equal to our number of teams right there. So when we write our number model with our answer, I ask myself, how many groups of 7 can go into 30? Well, I know 7 times 4 is 28. And then I'll have 2 friends that will have to sit out and wait their turn, maybe to tag in or something. So I've got 4, gets me 28 with a remainder of 2. So that means I've got 4 total teams with 2 left out. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put out another one for you to try on your own. So we have Roberto has 36 pencils. There's 3 packages of pencils. How many pencils are in each package? So go ahead and pause right here, draw the chart, solve your number model with a red number model with an unknown, number model with a known, your answer, and then you can unpause and check for understanding. Okay, friends, so I hope that you paused and now you're unpaused, checking your work. So here we've got Roberto has 36 pencils, 3 packages of pencils, and then we're really looking for how many pencils are in each packages, number of packages. I need to know how many is in each package. And then my total number of pencils. Okay, so I know that I've got 36 pencils, 3 total packages. So this is my unknown right here, how many is in each package. So when I write my number model, I've got 36 put into 3 equal groups is going to get my unknown, the number in each. So now I think to myself, well, I can break 36 into 30 plus 6 right there. It might be a little bit easier for me to do some multiplication to figure out that division right there, because I know 3 times 10 is 30, and then 3 times 2 is 6. So that means that 36 divided by 3, there was 10 groups of 3 in here, 2 groups of 3 in here, so a total of 12 equal groups. So 12 pencils in each. Okay, I can check for understanding. I can ask myself, is 12 times 3 equals 36? Well, I know that 3 times 10 is 30. 3 times 2 is 6. Bammo, 36. Check. All right, friends, we will see you a little bit later. Thanks for watching. Make sure to fill out that exit ticket below.